Okie dokie. Dialatron sent us a replay, said it was a 2v2, said it was real good, didn't tell me much else besides that, other than it was epic. So we're gonna see how this goes. Oh boy. The computer's struggling real hard with this one. Apparently 2v2 is a lot to take in. So this is a replay. Losing a little bit of frame rate here. Looks like it's double ogres versus double Cathay. So on the ogre side, we have man-eaters, ogre bulls, man-eaters, ogres, ogres, ogres. We have some trappers. We have Greasus Goldtooth, a hunter, Scrag the Slaughterer, it looks like, a butcher of the Great Maw, a whole bunch more ogres, including some man-eaters with pistols. We have a Noblar Scrap Launcher. I thought I saw another one over here. Another Noblar Scrap Launcher. Just so many ogres. Oh boy. And then on the far side, flanking a little bit, Mornfang Cavalry and more ogres with some Noblar help. In the sky, we have a Sky Junk. These for Cathay. Iron Hail Gunner, Sky Junk, a whole bunch of Peasant Spearmen, and some Halberds. Peasant Long Spearmen, Jade Warrior Crossmen. These guys are over here to look for Noblar Trappers that could be stocked. More Jade Warriors, Halberds, Crane Gunners, Grand Cannon, Miao Ying, then 2 more Crane Gunners, Alchemist, more Peasant Spearmen, Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon, Iron Hail Gunners, Crossmen, Halberds. We have 1 big Terracotta Sentinel, more Halberds, including the Celestial Dragon Guard, more Iron Hail Gunners. Jesus Christ, there's a lot to cover in a 2v2 of a siege. Cool, cool. I'm going to designate this, since my map tells me this is north, and then like that's south up ahead of us. So this would be, wait, south, so this is east. At the east gates, the ogres are plowing straight into them. Looks to be doing okay. Can ogres climb walls? It doesn't look so. It looks like they can attack walls? What the shit? Wall breaker. They can attack walls. Alright, you learn something every day. East wall is in big trouble. South wall looks to be going okay for Cathay. Sky Junk's really helping take out all these Noblars. Man-eaters with great weapons are already down to half health, and that's kind of the only good unit in this area. Alright. Greasus, can you attack walls? Wow, it looks like he can. Greasus Goldtooth can just smash walls with his fist. That's kind of intense. That's a lot. Gates are destroyed somewhere. Ooh, looks like right here, but Iron Hail Gunners immediately make the ogres regret it. They just try to waddle in here while getting shot in the face, and there's Celestial Dragon Guard waiting for them. This is going to be a terrible, terrible trade for the ogres. But an Iron Fist does slap down into those Iron Hail Gunners, making them regret it a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of regret for me. Noblar Trappers have taken the walls with some ladders. Greasus Goldtooth has punched his way through the wall and is now trying to roll his little mobility scooter up a hill, which can prove quite difficult. Other than that, oh wow, I was going to say this spot's going okay for them before Scrag the Slaughterer just bullies his way through the front line and starts chopping down Iron Hail Gunners, putting them in his pot so that he can eat them up, gobble them up. And double Stormhorns are also going to push through. This one, the Harpoon Launcher one, is already at half HP missing, so that's pretty bad. How's the South Gate going? South Gate. The walls have given way. No Noblars and Ogres are pouring through. Not as big of a deal there. Here, there's only 2 Ogre units in total, so they're not even that concerned, honestly. One problem you might see, I noticed from playing Campaign with Anticity on this map, I can't use my drawing tools. Well, that's annoying. Anyway, if you hold this central position, that does feel nice at first, but if the ogres just ignore you and go up to this last capture point, they can do that and force you out of your nice little hidey hole spot. I'm going to fast forward slightly as Greasus Goldtooth gets the absolute shit kicked out of him by Zhao Ming, and he is forced to run back outside the walls. So far, none of the ogres have come to bail out their lord, but now that Zhao Ming has overextended a little bit, he will have to turn into a dragon to escape, because you can turn into a dragon even while in melee combat these days. Looks like he's flying out there, taking a lot of shots from pistols. Probably too much damage for him. He needs to go back. He's already down to half health. Ogres have broken through the northernmost gate on the east side. They're doing okay. Scrag and his Trapper come back this direction rather than continuing up towards the capture point. Don't know if I agree with that, though. Miao Ying was ready to cut them off. at the pass, potentially, though. She's not a very good single-target combatant at all. Southern gates are holding, honestly. Plenty of artillery support's going to take out the ogres. Skyjunk's also over there. Southern gate's going to hold. It's all about this eastern area. Noblar Trapper's trying to push through, but there's a lot of breaking things, and I'm getting worried for the ogres. Balance power is about even just because of their sheer amount of stuff on the battlefield, but a lot of things are routing, a lot of things are low. We have a Trapper over here that's low, Stormhorn that's low, Stonelord at half, Scrag is at heal cap in sight, 2/3, 1/3 health, 2/3 is the heal cap. Greasus himself is quite low, 1/3 health left, about 3/4 would be his heal cap. What does Cathay have left in reserves? The green army of Cathay has depleted themselves almost entirely, while the yellow army has largely been untouched. Some of the cannons are firing. Crane gunners can't see anything, which is, unfortunately, their typical life. And how are we doing? Ogre's starting now to push up potentially into the back areas. They could go for that capture point at the very end. Who knows? And Xiaoming is coming over to help Miao Ying, and both are in their dragon form. Gonna try to goon out Scrag, but that might be a mistake considering how low the dragons are. Never mind, they get a good charge attack. They're gonna tear out him off a little bit. Looks like something about the Great Maw was over there doing okay. Or it was that Pit of Shades type effect from Miao Ying. So the double dragons are beating up on some ogres for now. Big push in from the ogres. They need to get into the central area and apparently shut down the ranged. I guess they're sick of all this artillery pounding in on them. And they also want to take out some of the free little casters on the ground. Balance power is pulling in favor of Cathay. They're feeling good about their chances right now. Some of their units are rallying and trying to get back into the walls. But the ogres are inside the walls. And they're taking the fight to Cathay. But man, they're injured. They are not having a good time. Ogres need to stop and take some of these points to shut down towers, which it looks like they will hopefully do soonish. Cathay's pulling ahead. Some of the barricades are holding them off, but whatever that was a massive shot that just across the board took half health off that Jade Warrior Crosswoman. One barricade has been broken, though Xiaoming is here to clear it out, and it looks like he has healed up a bunch from Earthbloods from Miao Ying. Miao Ying? God damn it. I cannot remember her name. Miao Ying. Okay. Xiaoming, Miao Ying. Got it. Another spell from her will mess up the Sabertusk pack, cause them to rampage and run in. And Greasus Goldtooth is in here fighting. Now, he is not the best melee combatant, honestly, but if you stand around and let him fight you, he can eventually win. Back to Singletar for a second. It looks like some Noblar Trappers are going to be shattered off before they can take this little supply point. And the ogres have taken none of the supply points, making them fall behind on the balance of power. That will be a problem for them. Stonehorn with Harpoon Launcher was fighting the double dragons in combat, but then they like double transform together to get back up into the sky. Very interesting. Kind of cool looking. And they're going to charge back down. Scrag and Greasus are leading the last remnants of their forces through the gates, but these are some peasant long spearmen. Meanwhile, there is Overwatch archer support, and I don't think the ogres have it left in them. Don't think they do. There's just too little out here. This is kind of a case in point that you should capture some of the supply things, because I think defenders get a big bonus if they still have all of their key locations, and you don't get any momentum, which is the attacker's bonus if you don't take any. This might be a bit of a mistake there. Ogres will fight to the last. Getting pushed around, but I'm pretty sure army losses is coming through at this point. Yep, there it is. That was a siege battle. Actually won by the defenders, which is kind of crazy. Greasus Goldtooth, his ogres. It was mostly an ogre force. Looks like they just got cut down. Scrag brought many Noblars, and they were not up to the task. For Miao Ying and Xiaoming, it looks like crane gunners didn't do too much. One of them got its value, the other two really didn't. Cannons, one did great, one did not. And the Hellstorm Rocket Battery did okay. Skyjunk did okay too. Really mixed results. Wow, Xiaoming got 5,000 value. Alright, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Okay, let's look at the ogres quick. Nothing's really standing out to me. Man-eaters with Iron Fists, one of them did okay. Otherwise, not really. Greasus. Greasus got almost no value. Mournfang Cavalry Iron Fists. Ooh, one did okay. One got murdered. And the rest, not amazing. That's that. GG to those players, and see you around.